Gentlemen, first up for 7 minutes, Mr. Erskine-Smith.
So I understand that you haven't agreed to cooperate with the UK Information Commissioner's inquiry into the use of data during the Brexit referendum. Is that correct?
No, that's not correct. So on the 17th of May, 2017, the Information Commissioner from the UK sent us a letter.
Yeah.
We responded on the 24th of May, and then we didn't hear from her again until the 30th of January of this year, 2018, when she sent us a letter, and we replied.
So you are willing to cooperate with the...
We have been cooperating the whole time.
So after my first round of questioning, I received a note from the chair of the UK Digital and Culture Committee, Damien Collins. He's spoken after my questions to the UK Information Commissioner, and she's indicated that AIQ has refused to answer her specific questions relating to data usage during the referendum campaign, and that the UK Information Commissioner is considering taking further legal measures to secure the information that she needs. So in this round of questioning, I would ask for a little bit more honesty.
In the referendum, we worked with Vote Leave, Be Leave,
Yeah.
Veterans for Britain, and
Yeah.
the DUP.
Okay. And you were paid, I understand, Be Leave in an amount of over £600,000, again directed to an ad spend.
Correct.
What about the other parties?
With Veterans for Britain, it was about £100,000, and the DUP was about £32,000.
So you've got a number of different campaigns that are all using your services further to the Brexit campaign. Who coordinated and directed the ad spend of each?
So like, who from our team or from them?
No,
How did they
so
provide it?
we've got your point of contact for the Vote Leave campaign, you've mentioned already. And who's your point of contact at the Be Leave campaign?
Mr. Grimes.
Okay, and who directs the ad spend for the over £600,000 from Be Leave?
Mr. Grimes.
Okay, so when did he direct that ad spend?
So the spending for Be Leave was really in the last 6 or 7 days of the campaign.
Okay.
And all of the direction and all of the information for that ad spend came from Be Leave.
Mr. Massingham, you were part of the Slack channel. What did Mr. Grimes tell you to do?
Take the display and Facebook creative and target it to the discussed Be Leave audiences with their message, which was separate from the Vote Leave message.
How was it separate?
Darren and Be Leave wanted to target a more youthful audience with a positive vision of what a future outside of the EU might look like.
Were you aware that if the £625,000 was spent by Vote Leave as Vote Leave, that they would have violated election finance law?
Yes, that would have put them over their cap.
But you were aware of that at the time?
That was the cap that all the campaigns were
So the answer is
working at.
yes?
Yes.
If there wasn't coordination, why would there be a Google Drive owned by the COO of Vote Leave holding Be Leave related documents to which you had access on behalf of AIQ?
I can't speak to that.
It seems to indicate there was coordination. Is that fair?
So
Not for Mr. Massingham. That evidence seems to suggest there would be coordination. Is that fair to say?
I don't believe so, no.
Have you read the Matrix Law Chambers report to the Digital and Culture Committee of the UK?
No, I have not.
Okay, well, in that report, they note that on June 13th, Grimes was in a position to make arrangements with yourselves to provide services. Does that sound right? June 13th, 2016.
June? Yeah.
Okay. June 17th, Grimes asked Vote Leave to transfer funds to AIQ, but he didn't know what amount was due to be transferred. Does that sound right?
I can't speak to that.
Okay. On the same day that Grimes asked Vote Leave to transfer the funds, AIQ provided an insertion order for services which corresponded to the amount of the transfer to AIQ made by Vote Leave. So here's what I don't understand. In very short periods of time, this is according to the law report, between the offer of donations by Vote Leave and the conclusion of advertiser agreement and insert orders between Grimes and yourselves, the surprising similarity between the sums donated and the contractual obligations ostensibly already undertaken by Be Leave to AIQ. How is this not a coordinated campaign? Mr. Massingham.
Well, I was trying to provide you the information with respect to the invoices and such.
No, Mr. Massingham. Based on I mean, we're talking in some cases 22 minutes between the offer and asking for it to be paid by AIQ. So Mr. Grimes is asking $625,000 to be spent. He doesn't actually know what the ad spend, what he's going to receive yet, and he's directed you to do an ad spend, and somehow gets the exact same amount from Vote Leave immediately thereafter to coordinate the ad spend with you. How is this not a coordinated campaign between Vote Leave and Leave?
I'm not sure.
I think it was strange. You received £625,000 from Vote Leave to spend on behalf of Leave. Do you not think that was strange in the context that if they spent it on behalf of Vote Leave themselves, they would have gone over the limit? Did this not raise any flags for you at the time?
No.
You thought it was perfectly normal to receive a $625,000 pound donation from Vote Leave on behalf of Leave. That was just normal.
When they asked us to do the work, we sent an invoice to Leave, and then they let us know that that was going to be paid by Vote Leave. That was odd to us that Vote Leave was making a donation
Within what period of time did that happen?
That was all within a couple of days.
Yeah, within a couple of days.
Right.
So in a couple of days, you get $625,000 directed ad spend told to you by Grimes, a 22-year-old kid who's never spent more than what, 10,000 or 20,000 pounds in the course of the campaign to date. And 6 days before the campaign, he says, spend 625,000 pounds. And then a couple of days later, you say, oh, it's going to be paid for by Vote Leave. That doesn't raise any red flags for you,
So when that happened, we
Mr.
did.
Massingham.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right.